Hey friends, welcome to the Friday Drive. Excited to be with you guys right now. I want to welcome those of you who are new to the Friday Drive. Every week we expand this tribe, this family, and so and just so you know, what the Friday Drive is it's an opportunity for us just to give you a tip, a tool, a framework, something like that actually will carry you through the week. You may focus on it. You may go, oh, I'm already good at that. I already do that already. It doesn't matter. The fact is we're always going to be putting stuff in front of you to hopefully elevate your leadership as we go through. So again, for those of you who are new, we welcome you. This is usually a 3 to 8 minute video. So nothing really big for you guys to look into, just enough for you guys to take it and go apply it wherever you can. Today I want to talk about a really simple concept, and it's called the power of the reset. Okay? And so a lot of you, I know during the pandemic, we all learned how to do this. We got really good at it, going from meeting to meeting to meeting to meeting to meeting. Okay? And in doing so, we kind of forgot to take breaks. We kind of forgot to plan out that little space in between that gives those meetings and gives our day a little bit of rhythm. Okay? If I had a set of drums up in front of you right now and I started banging on those drums, just went crazy, and I never took a break, you would say, wow, he's making a lot of noise. Like, that's a lot of noise. But if I change that and I go, let's say it's a 6-in-1 rhythm, and I go, there's rhythm to that, right? There's a bit of rhythm that sits in the middle of that, and very excited to kind of show you what the impact of that is. So when you go from meeting to meeting and you don't take any breaks, we miss out on the reset that happens in between. And so I just want to talk about the implications of that. Really quick, one of the big things that happens is you lose focus because you're thinking about what's going to happen in the next meeting, or maybe you're in this meeting thinking about what happened in the last meeting. And so when you drift from one to the other, they start to merge together, and we start overlaying some of those focus issues between the two meetings. That's a simple thing that happens. Number two is you lose the ability to expand some cognitive bandwidth. We have to reset. We have to take a break in between meetings, because what happens is the cognitive bandwidth is filled. We only have so much capacity to take things in. And so if we go from one meeting to another, we're carrying this whole load of stuff that we just got in this meeting over to this meeting. Okay? And we've never reset. We've never gone back. And so some of the ideas that came up here are going to be ideas over here, or some of the ideas that came up over here are going to hinder some of the ideas that are over here. And so having that break, and again, we're talking about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 if you can get it, a chance to maybe meditate, a chance to grab something to eat, a bio break, whatever that is, but just a chance to not be looking at a screen. I'm going to show you something about that here in just a minute. I actually think one of the biggest things that happens when we go from meeting to meeting with no break, and the impact it has is, let's say you're in meeting 1 and there's a high level of energy going on in that meeting. It's an intense meeting. There's a lot of conflict. There's all kinds of things happening. We're forced to make 12 decisions in like 30 seconds. You know, it's all that stuff. And we're hyped up and we're ready to go. If we don't have a break, we're going to take that same energy into the next meeting. Okay, and so when we go into this next meeting, what happens is that it might be a meeting on, hey, should we have snacks in the break room? And you're coming in going, heck yeah, we should have snacks in the break room. This is what we do. This is our thing. And everybody's like, whoa, coming in a little hot. It's because of the meeting you were in before that, okay? But we don't always recognize it because we're just being productive. We're just moving forward. We're just doing this. And we think that this is efficient, that this is productive, but it's actually counterintuitive. Without the break in between, without the reset, without doing some of this work, what happens is part of your brain actually dies. Right? Not for good, but it kind of decreases. It just kind of goes to sleep. And so we're not bringing our best and our brightest to the next meeting. Okay? And in fact, you could take that kind of energy into the next meeting, and you could leave the people in that meeting in a wake behind you, because they're just going to disengage. They're just going to pull away. They're going to go, I don't know what's going on here, but I don't have anything to do with this, and it seems like you're just on a roll, so we're just going to get out of your way. And you end up leaving a wake of people in the process, okay? And so just a couple things to think about. One of the things you might consider is just making a policy in your business, in your team, whatever it is, that we're going to end meetings on the 50. So every meeting we do is going to be 50 minutes, and we're going to treat it like that's the end of the meeting so that everybody here has a break. As a leader, what you represent, the way that you kind of play it out in your business, your team is going to emulate that. Okay, so you have to show them the way, and one of the ways to do that is to put 50-minute meetings on the calendar instead of an hour. It's actually a pre-program in Zoom or Teams where when you do an automatic meeting as part of your invite, it will set it to 50 minutes. You can set that up. Talk to your IT person. It'd be great to do that. So, but we want to do an energy check in between. Right here in the middle of the meeting, we want to do an energy check. And you go, well, Tim, I can't, I have so many meetings in a day, I can't spread out and have 15 natural minutes. Well, instead of doing that, maybe what you do is with this 50-minute rule, is you go, okay, we're going to make that 50, and we're going to make this one 50, and all of a sudden we've got what we need is that break in between, okay? I can't emphasize the importance of this enough, but just to make sure that you've got it, you've got a resource in this email that's from Microsoft. It's a study that was done, and it shows the stress levels of your brain going from meeting to meeting to meeting, and it talks a little bit about the impact that has on you, but I also wanted you to know the impact it has on the other people in the room with you, okay, in that meeting. So make sure you look at that resource. It's a written document. It's online. And so I want you to check that out, okay? The only other thing I want to tell you about is what's going on at Five Capitals. We have, for those of you who live in the Austin area, and I know there's a lot of you on this Friday Drive that live in Austin or visit Austin often, et cetera. If you're going to be in Austin on February 7th, which is next Wednesday, we are doing a leader breakfast. Myself and Corey Carlson are going to be there. And it's in the morning, so I think it's from 7 to 9, but it's on the form, the link that I've got in the email here. And so you're going to want to take a look at that, sign up for that, bring your leaders with you. We're going to be talking about winning leadership, leading yourself and leading others. It's going to be a great opportunity to kind of get some foundational things like this that will help you in your leadership and make sure you're way more effective than maybe you were yesterday, or the day before, whatever. We want to see that continual growth as leaders develop. That's part of our passion and what we do, helping business leaders thrive. So we hope you join us for that. Don't forget to take a look at the Microsoft link that's on the email below. And if you have any questions or you want to get somebody else on this Friday Drive, just send me their email. I'll be happy to include them with their permission, of course. And we'd love to have them join our tribe, okay? Hope you guys have a great weekend. Enjoy every second of it, and we'll see you next week on the Friday Drive.